All right, let's talk about something that gives pretty much every event marketer a massive headache. Last-minute changes. You know the feeling. Today, we're going to break down a much smarter way to handle all that chaos.
So picture this. You've sent out this gorgeous email campaign to thousands of people. The RSVPs are rolling in, you're feeling great, and then your heart drops. You realize a super crucial detail is flat out wrong. The time, the location, something major. What's the plan? Send out a frantic correction email and just cross your fingers? Yeah, there's a way better way to handle this.
So to really see how this works, let's follow the story of our hero, Mandy. She's an event organizer, and she's gearing up for a huge promotion tied to the 2025 NFL season. She's got a big job on her hands, and there's really no room for error. Okay, so here's Mandy's game plan. She's running a special VIP meet and greet. The hook, a free jersey. She's using her highly targeted customer list in MailChimp to get the word out. The goal is to drive all these fans to a surprise vendor booth. And the most important part? She needs a super simple way to get this on their calendars and automatically track every single person who says yes.
So she gets all the details locked in, the promotion is ready to go, the event is set, and the destination is clear, booth 983. Now remember that number. That one little detail, well, it's about to become a very big deal.
So how does she pull all this off without a giant tech team? Well, she uses a really simple toolkit to create what I like to call a magic button. It turns what could be a super complex marketing pipeline into just a few simple clicks. And the process itself is honestly way easier than you'd think. First, Mandy just creates the event like normal in her Google Calendar. Nothing fancy. Next, she uses a tool called Calendar Snack to generate a special RSVP button for that event. And finally, she just copies that little snippet of code and pastes it right into her MailChimp email. That's it, a simple three-step pipeline.
And this is where the real power is. She just created one single button, but that one button is ready to handle invites for her entire email list. It doesn't matter if it's 100 people or 1 million. The work is already done.
With that magic button in place, Mandy takes a deep breath and hits send. And now, the fun begins. So let's flip the script a little. Let's step away from Mandy, the organizer, and see just how smooth this whole thing is for a fan on her list.
So, meet Zach. The email lands in his inbox. A free jersey? Yes, please. He clicks that RSVP button, and what happens next is key. An actual calendar invitation is instantly sent to him. He clicks yes, and bam, the event is on his calendar. Meanwhile, back on Mandy's end, her dashboard immediately updates, logging Zach's RSVP. No forms, no friction, just done.
Okay, so everything is running perfectly. The RSVPs are pouring in. It's a huge success. But then, it happens. The inevitable, the last-minute change. You know, the kind of plot twist that would normally send any event marketer into a full-blown panic.
I mean, just think about the two ways this can go down. The old way is just pure chaos, right? You're sending out these confusing update emails, just praying that people even see them. And you're basically guaranteeing some people are going to show up at the wrong place. But the new way? It's elegant. You update the event in one single place, and you let the tech do the heavy lifting. It's all about having one single source of truth for everybody.
And this, right here, is where the real magic happens. Let's watch exactly how Mandy's smart setup solves this problem. Not just easily, but like instantly. The whole idea behind this is actually really simple, but it's so powerful. When your event details change, the update shouldn't be a separate email that's just going to get lost in a crowded inbox. No, the communication needs to happen right inside the calendar invitation itself. You know, the one place people actually look when they need the details.
And here it is, the first curveball. Mandy gets word that the original booth number she was given, good old 983, is totally wrong. If she does nothing, hundreds of people are going to be sent to the wrong spot. Nightmare scenario.
So what does Mandy do? Does she touch MailChimp? Does she start writing a panicked email? Nope. She simply goes back to her original Google Calendar event and she changes the location from booth 983 to booth 1000. That's it. That one little change automatically triggers the system to send a brand new, updated calendar invite to Zach and everyone else who RSVP'd. Problem solved.
Oh, but of course it's not over. Just to show you this isn't a one-trick pony, another change comes in. Now the event needs to start just a little bit later than planned.
And again, what does she do? You guessed it, back to that same single Google Calendar event. She just changes the start time to 11:15,
Hit save, and just like before, a fresh, updated invitation automatically goes out to every single attendee. Zach's calendar is updated again, and he didn't have to lift a finger.
So let's just break this down, because it's so important. Mandy only has to touch her original calendar event. The system sees that change, and it automatically sends a new invite, but only to the people who've actually responded yes or maybe. This means Zach's calendar is always right, and Mandy can see a full history of every single update she's made. It's a completely automated workflow.
So Mandy and Zach's story is a great little example, but let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. What does this kind of tech actually mean for any event marketer out there? Honestly, it completely changes how you have to think about communicating with your audience.
The value here is so clear. First, you get live RSVP tracking, so you instantly know your headcount. No more guessing games. Second, having centralized updates saves a ridiculous amount of time. And more importantly, it prevents those costly manual errors. You end up with way less confusion for your attendees, and you just look incredibly professional and put together even when everything's changing behind the scenes. It's all about control and confidence.
So we'll leave you with this question to think about. What if all that stress, all that panic that comes with event updates could just go away? What if your communication could always be this simple, this seamless, and this effective? It's a pretty powerful idea. That's all for this one.